Gold reaches record high as dollar takes a fall.
Crude oil sees a steady rise as the economy recovers.
Steel prices ride the robust demand wave.
The commodity market has never been hotter and the mercury just keeps rising. Hot Commodities will bring you all the action from this dynamic sector right to your screens. News, price actions, policy changes, exclusives and best trading ideas in currencies and commodities. Catch the experts speak on food, fuel, economics with perspective from traders, companies and exporters on your relevant commodities. On Hot Commodities at these times, only on ET Now. The euro hits a fresh 4-year low against the dollar thanks to poor US jobs data and Hungary's debt fears. The dollar index is at a fresh 15-month high, trading around 88.20, and our own Indian rupee pulls back from near 2-week lows, trades around 47.05 against the dollar. In commodities, gold slips in London as investors sell the yellow metal to cover losses in other markets. Crude slips to around $71 a barrel as global stocks slip due to rising Eurozone concerns. And in base metals, copper in London is near 8-month lows due to disappointing US jobs data and talks of a potential debt crisis in Hungary. And according to industry sources, the total wheat production this year is seen at 77 million tons, much below the government's earlier estimates of 80 to 82 million tons. Good evening, it's 4 on the dot. Welcome to Hot Commodities with me, Manisha Gupta. Let's do a check of currencies first, where the turmoil really continues. We have seen euro continue to decline. That's rupee on your screens there, holding around 47.07. Remember, we have done a level of 47.47 also during the day. But off those 2-week lows at this point in time, need to bring up the euro because that continues to decline. We have seen the level of 1.20 on the lower side breach. Well, that's been a level that euro has been supporting for a very long time, but that level also has gone up today, and we have seen levels like 1.18 also come back into the markets today. Need to take a look at the Japanese yen because that's seen a bit of gains. It actually has been a day for safe haven where you saw gold increase, you saw dollar index increase, and you saw Japanese yen go up. So those are a couple of currencies which actually have done good in the day. But how do you trade it from here? For that, let's get in an expert. And K. Anant Rao, CEO, Kurtosis Analytics and Advisors, now joins us live in our Mumbai studios. Mr. Rao, hi, welcome to the show, and let's start with Indian rupee really because that has been very, very volatile, holding ground at this point in time. But how would you want to trade with that one?
Look, if I take a look at the charts both on the weekly and the monthly time frame, Indian rupee in the short run has a possibility of testing somewhere in the range of 48.75 to 49.20, which is the immediate resistance for dollar against the Indian rupee. And as far as people who are expecting the INR to strengthen, till the time 45.30 doesn't get violated, there is not much of a hope for the bulls in INR. Given that dollar index has been strengthening against all the currencies across, I think even 49.20, which is a resistance, wouldn't hold for much long. That's what I believe. Yeah, in the short run, it would be a good resistance for US dollar against the INR.
And let's come to euro really because that has continued to make lower lows. A lot of people have been selling it, but then you have short positions at record high. So would you want to be cautious, or would you really be a seller at these levels as well?
Look, if you take a look at the hourly or the 3-hourly charts, yes, there might be instances where the euro might look extremely oversold, and it would give you those bounce back in terms of spike, a recovery up to 1.21 or a 1.22, but that would be essentially to eliminate the weaker hands. It would test your patience. At the end of the day, the monthly and the weekly charts are showing that there is still weakness, and the major cluster for support on the monthly charts comes somewhere between around 1.15 or slightly lower than that. So based on the intraday hourly, these oversold conditions might give you a spike back, but those would be typically a rallies to again sell euro.
Yeah. And there must be really a lot of people who
oversold conditions might give you a spike back, but those would be typically a rallies to again sell euro.
Yeah. And there must be really a lot of people who've been holding positions in euro. There are a lot of corporates, traders who hedge into that currency, trade into that currency. How would you want to help them really? Because it has declined quite sharply, 17% down in this year. What's a major view going forward?
Look, if you take the entire chart, the way it has panned out since the peak of 1.51 in euro, when the first time it collapsed to 1.36, people said it will find support there. It faltered. Then at 1.31 came the announcement of a $1 trillion package, but again it faltered. Third time people thought 1.2144 is a holy grail and it will not be broken. Now that has again been violated. So the hopes just don't continue to go away. Till the time you're hoping and the position is against you, it will hurt. People have to make up their mind, say, now the weakness is very evident. It's more of an economy driven weakness, it's a genuine weakness. There is problems with the FIGS, PHI in Hungary being the latest addition. I think one has to relook their hedge ratios and not try to be anxious to trade every pullback. Pullback should be classically used to unwind positions rather than if you're a trader, obviously. And if you're a hedger, you need to take a serious relook at your hedge ratios.
Yeah. Anand, every time I have spoken to you, you've been really bullish on dollar index, and that has continued on the higher side. 15-month highs at this point in time holding above 88. What are your near-term, medium-term, long-term levels on that one?
Look, on the dollar index, the near-term target would be somewhere in the vicinity of 92 to 93 odd areas, and that near-term would be constituting somewhere around 4 to 5 weeks at best. But on the medium-term, if I take a look, actually the bullishness or the long-term bullishness in dollar gets confirmed only on violation of 90. That's, if you remember, the March 2009 peak was somewhere around 89.71 for dollar index, and we are yet to breach it, although some may say it's a formality, but yes, certain formalities still need to be fulfilled. And once that gets done, dollar turns bullish on a medium term or even a long term perspective, and the targets would be really higher. Somewhere 97 would be a medium term target for dollar index if it gets violated on the weekly or the monthly charts and gives a close above 90.
Yeah. And how would you want to trade these other high yielders like Australian dollar or Canadian dollar, New Zealand dollar? Because of course in the recent days these also have seen a bit of beating up coming in. Would you be a buyer on lower side? But as you said, you were bullish on dollar index, so you would be a seller on rallies for these.
Exactly. If I take a look at the charts of Swiss franc, it's come out of a 14-day cluster. If I take a look at the charts of Aussie dollar, it's now it's now totally dependent upon the support which hovers somewhere around 8050, 8080 areas. Now once that gets broken, Aussie dollar will lose some significant ground, and I think 0.77 or 0.76 would act as the next important support for Aussie dollar. Now these are what's more important to me beyond these levels, Manisha, are the fact that the dollar rally is not just restricted to the top 5 or top 6 currencies, it's spreading across other currencies like Aussies or New Zealand or Korean won or Indian rupee. Now that makes it much more stronger for dollar to gain a higher rise. And best thing is, it would be a steady rise. It would not be a flip in the pan. It would be a very steady, smooth rise.
Anand, thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate you doing that. So that's the view coming in from Kurtosis today, that you might see more gains coming in for dollar index. Euro is not to be bought, to be sold on rallies is how you would want to trade that currency. Very, very cautious views coming in on that one. Indian rupee, Korean won, Australian dollar, all of those currencies also may see a bit of depreciation going ahead from here. Well, that's the view coming in for currencies, but let's change